Good afternoon. I just got in from work and I wanted to show y'all something. Have any of you ever had an old-fashioned fried peach pie like grandmother made? If you haven't, you don't know what you missed. But I'm going to show you a new way. Back when I was a child and my mother would make the dried peaches, you'd have to lay them out on some tin, have to slice them, lay them out on tin, lay them in front of, under the sun. Maybe cover them with a cheesecloth or something, let the sun dry them. Of course, now we have dehydrators, but that's how she made her dried peaches to make her peach pies. But I've come up with another way to do them. Now, that's what I'm going to show you today, not using a dehydrator. Of course, my daughter has one, and she dehydrates a good bit of stuff, apples and peaches and different things that she likes to keep. But today, I'm going to show you how to make dried peaches out of just fresh peaches. Now I made some yesterday. Let me see. I got to get in line as to what to do. All right, yesterday, look at this. This is fresh peaches that we cut yesterday, peeling and all. You don't have to peel them. You want to wash them before you peel them. Don't peel them. But you see what I got here. We cut these peaches with the peeling on, and put about a cup of sugar, Delane?
Mm-hmm.
About a cup of sugar over them and let them sit in the refrigerator overnight. And you see the juice that the sugar and all brought out. Now what I'm going to do, and it's going to take a little time, because you can start them out kind of fast, but then you have to kind of slow it down because you don't want them to scorch. And once they get down low, you have to keep stirring continually to keep them from scorching or burning. Okay, this is my product. I went ahead and cut some more Saturday, but these are what I'm going to make some fried peach pies out of.
So that actually right there is
this.
That just cooked down.
This is that.
Okay.
Okay, and this is what we'll take and make our fried. You see how stiff they are. But you have to be careful. Don't let them burn now, because they will burn. So right now, I'm going to take this, my fresh peaches. I'm going to set them on my eye. I'm going to start them out kind of fast, get them started boiling good, and then I'll cut them down, and we'll come back in a little bit. But in the meanwhile, I'm going to get my stuff ready, and we're going to take some of these peaches that I made yesterday. We're going to make us some fried peach pies. So I'm going to do that. We're going to get off camera right now. I'm going to go ahead and make up a few, show you what they look like after you get through with them, and show you how to make them. So hopefully we'll see you back here in a very short time. Thank you. Hey, we're back with our old-fashioned grandma fried peach pies. So I've got some cooked I'm going to show you in a minute, but this is how they look before they're cooked. And I'm just using my counter here. Now I'm going to show you what I'm making them. Now a lot of people make their own crust, and that's fine, but I use this Pillsbury Baby Grands with butter. I think it's got the butter. Yeah, butter tasting. And that's what I'm using to make my pies with. So, just so you know. So we're going to take one of the biscuits just like this. Have your little flour on your counter. Just mash it down with your hand. And don't worry about getting flour on it, because it'll all brush off. Now I'm going to take it and take my rolling pin and roll it really as much as I can, and it takes some elbow grease, y'all. Okay, I'm going to take my hands and stretch it on out, dust the flour off. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take some of my peaches that I cooked out and just kind of line my crust. You don't want to put a whole lot of peaches, because alright, just kind of crush like that in the middle. Then I'm going to wet the edges just a little bit.
With water?
With water, just to help it stay together. One of the biggest problems I've ever had with making pies is sticking it together. And this definitely helps. Just roll it over, bring edge to edge, and mash it. Just mash it down. Okay? That's the way we're going to do it. Now we're going to take our fork and press down.
That flour on the fork keeps it from sticking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Just take your hand, brush your flour off. Now, I've already got some cooked, but we're going to cook these right quick. See how it looks? All right, Delane, can you come over here with me?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to take it to the skillet. I took my skillet off because I was afraid it was getting too hot. Just drop them down in your hot grease.
You got them, what you got it on?
I've got it on medium low right now because it's gotten a little hot on me. And really all you want to do is cook your biscuit mix. Now look here, Delane. This is some I just cooked.
Ooh.
See how pretty they are? And you talking about, oh my gosh, they're so good. And you can sprinkle your little bit of confectionate sugar on there if you'd like. We just like them like this. And they are so good.
You don't put butter or anything on them?
Uh-uh.
Okay.
And I like to cook mine in deep grease so it'll make sure and get the side here. And I did let my grease get just a little bit cool. So I'm going to turn it back up. Meanwhile, while that's doing, let me show you my peaches. The ones I showed you a while ago that we put up overnight with sugar in it. See how they're cooking down?
And that is just the sugar
And peaches.
with its own grease, with its own
Yeah.
juice.
Do not add water. Do not add water. And we just let them cook now. They just cook down till they get thick like the ones I showed you. Of course, now when they get cold, they're going to get thicker too. So, but we're going to cook these right quick. Let you see. I like to just put the grease up on it. Don't walk away and leave them because you'll burn them.
Yeah, I see the other side's already brown.
Yeah, it doesn't take them long. You just want to get them good and brown. I'm going to cut it back down on about medium. Because you do want your biscuit dough to get done. You don't want raw biscuit dough. I used to make these at the restaurant. This has been 30-something years ago. The last time I made them, I made 100 of them. Took me all morning. And that was the last ones I made at the restaurant. They lasted about 35 minutes. So, see there how pretty and golden brown it is? That's the way you want it. It doesn't take it long, like I told you.
Now you like yours darker though, don't you? Is that
Well,
done?
No, it's not really done. The other side's gone brown too.
I noticed that these are
Look.
a lot darker.
Well, those are a lot darker, but I like mine darker. Just flip that one. But if you can see the edges? I've got them down in the grease so that they'll brown at the same time. Aren't those pretty?
Mm-hmm.
And pretty. You saw what size we started with. You see how they have exploded. So they make pretty big ones. But homemade ice cream, oh my goodness.
I bet it'd be good with confectionate sugar on top.
They will. They'll be real good with confectionate sugar. Now my peaches are getting down. It'll be a few more minutes. But they're getting down to stick thick enough that you're going to have to just stay with them. Just stay with them till they get all that juice. And that's peach juice. Now remember, it's not water. They get all that peach juice cooked out of them.
So it cooks itself back into a gel-like?
Yeah, it comes kind of like a jelly. Only it's thicker than a jelly.
Okay.
But I made some, and I tell you, one year I made enough that I canned them. I canned them and just put them up, and as I wanted, and the way I canned them, I just, while they were real hot, got my jars hot, my lids hot, and just put them in my jars, and they sealed themselves. And when I wanted to make a few pies, I just go get me a half a pint or a pint. But I'm out. So I'm going to have to make some more this year. All right. I'm going to turn it back up just a little bit. You still want to make sure that's done. But try them. Now, a lot of people, you can make apple pies like this. but you've got to start with something dry. Mother would do the apples the same way she did the peaches. She'd put them out in the sun on a piece of tin. It may take a couple of days to dry them. And you can buy them, dried peaches and dried apples in the grocery store, but you have to cook them down when you get them. They've been dehydrated, so you got to bring them back to life. Okay, let me see. Let me move these here on my plate. I like to drain them, let some of the grease, of course I don't see much grease drained off of them, but there's some.
They sure are big.
They are now, they grow. They grow. You saw what we started with, and you see, and you don't have to use the grands. You can use a smaller biscuit. I just like the grands because we can do away with these things in a hurry. Me and my family, and my husband and my grandchildren, they can do away with them in a hurry. But that's going to be my video. Now I'm going to go ahead and make some more because I've still got some biscuits. So I'm going to go ahead and make some more. But try them. I think you'll really love them. And if you like old-fashioned stuff, that's what this is about. Thank y'all for looking. We made it kind of quick today. I didn't really intend to make a video when I came home, but I thought, well, I'm just going to do this right quick. Somebody might want to learn how to make old-fashioned fried peach pies. Thank y'all so much for watching. Thank you for all the feedback. Lady in the restaurant today, this is the first time to eat with her. She said, but I've been watching your videos. So that made me feel real good. Thank y'all so much. Love you. Take care and God bless.